Hey guys, Courtney Stutz here, and I just want to do a really quick video on how to make a primitive dye. I guess this is sort of primitive, but not really, but it'll give you all the idea. Um, so what I got here is some coffee grounds. Got it, it's just the regular stuff from the store. It's probably even flavored stuff, I'm not really sure, not a very big expert on coffee. Then, what I'm going to be dyeing is just this little 3x3, like, inches of cotton material, so it'll just be like a demonstration. I'm not going to really use it for anything, and I guess I'll go ahead and get started on that. So you can basically use anything for this. I got, like, let's see, I got actually a piece right here. I dyed this a light pink color. It's with blackberries. I think it could turn out a bit better. I guess y'all can see compared to this white bowl, it's not really much of a difference, but it still gives it a lighter dye, just a lighter pink color. So that is from blackberries. I think canned blackberries actually. So preferably I'd suggest using fresh blackberries. They probably work a lot better, but if you have canned or frozen anything, it'll work pretty decent too. Okay guys, y'all can pretty much use anything for this. Y'all can use blackberries, you could use raspberries. I know I tried to use beets with it. Just pretty much anything that you think will leave a dye. Some leaves and grasses, some of those might work. Just if it stains, it'll most likely dye. So I guess I'll go ahead and get y'all started with the process. What you're gonna need is, I'd say about 2 bowls. Well, 3 bowls actually, and then you're going to need a pot to boil whatever you're dyeing. Like if you're using coffee beans like I'm using, or even berries, you're going to need a pot for it. But the first thing you want to do is to take your cotton material. This is what I got right here, just a small piece of cotton square, and you're going to want to soak that in lukewarm salt water. This mixture should be 4 parts water, 1 part salt. And I'd say you probably want to soak it for about 30 minutes at least. And I just used rock salt. I mean, it's still salt, so it won't hurt. You can use Epsom salt or whatever kind of salt. Anything will work. So it's been soaking probably for at least an hour actually, but I'd say you'll at least want to get it for about 30 minutes. Then while that's soaking, you can go ahead and go to the next step, which is to take your berries or beans or roots, bark, whatever you're going to use, leaves, and you're going to take that and make a mixture of berries and water, just enough to cover up your cotton material right here. I'd say I got plenty. And you're going to boil that mixture of berries or coffee beans and water. You're just going to boil it. And if it's berries or something or some kind of roots, you're going to smash it while you're cooking to get all that dye stainable stuff mixed in with the water. And like when the mixture is at its wanted darkness, you can strain off the berries and put juice into a separate bowl. Which on the coffee grounds, I'm just going to go ahead and leave the grounds in there. I mean, I don't want to. It doesn't really matter. I'll just rinse it off after I'm done. Only takes a second, and it can still be getting some more dye into the cotton mixture while it's in the bowl, or soaking in the bowl anyways. After you get that coffee bean and water mixture boiled and to the darkness that you want it, you're going to place well, I guess I'll go ahead and do the steps. I might as well. But you're going to see that I'm going to just take this. So real quick, just to give y'all an idea so y'all don't just have to stare at these things the whole time. I got a bucket of just clean lukewarm water. Then here's this salt piece, cotton that I soaked in salt. I'm just going to dip it in there real quick, just rinse it off really quick. And then I got a bowl right here, and I'm just going to put it in there and dump these coffee grounds on it. Made a slight mess, but that won't hurt anything. I'm just gonna get it all saturated into that mixture real quick. And once you get this set in there and everything, you're just pretty much last and easiest step. You're just gonna let it soak. I mean, every once in a while you can stir it up and get it to where different places can get more saturated and whatnot. But just, you can even weight it down a bit. I'll just use the fork to do that. Try to get it all down in there. It should probably soak for a minimum of 5 hours, but I mean, common sense would say the longer it soaks, the better and darker the dye will be. Probably the longer it'll last also. But that's pretty much all you do. I'll probably leave this soaking overnight, so that'll give it about 12 hours, I'd say. And I actually did this earlier, and it gave it a sort of like an off-white color. I mean, you can compare it to the white really quick. I'm not sure if y'all can see, but it just gave it like an off-white color, maybe a bit darker than that. I mean, it's not going to be like the coffee color. It's going to be pretty light, so, but it'll give you an idea of how to make a primitive dye. Like I said, you're going to want to let it soak for a bit. And after you're done soaking, you can rinse it off lightly, get all those coffee grounds or pieces of fruit or whatever you use off of it. Then set it in the sun to dry. A few quick tips that I forgot to mention at the beginning. When you're soaking your cotton cloth in the salt water, like I said, it should be 4 parts water, 1 part salt. When you're using a bark or maybe a root or something to do the dyeing with, you're going to want to use vinegar instead of salt. I think either one would work, but I think the vinegar with bark would last a bit longer than the salt with bark would. So that's about all I have for this. It's just something I learned a few months back. This recipe, like I said, it can be used for any berry, bark, leaf, root, etc. If you have any white fabrics, it'll give it a darker tint to it. Again, like I said, it won't be like the actual color of coffee. It'll be pretty light, but maybe if you soak it long enough, you can get it a bit darker. And maybe, I'm sure there's other recipes to use to get it darker. But guys, that's all I got for now. I hope y'all got a slight idea of how to do this, and maybe hope y'all try it at home if y'all want to. It's pretty easy. It only takes, I mean, to get it all started, only takes like about half an hour to an hour, not long at all. Just gotta get that mixture boiling long enough and cooked up a bit. Well guys, that's all I have. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope y'all learned a few tips and tricks and might try it at home if y'all, you know, ever feel like dyeing any fabric or anything. It's pretty easy. Only takes about 30 minutes to get it started anyways, then a couple hours to finish it, which the last part doesn't take much work at all. Just have to let it soak and set it out to dry. But guys, thanks for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. Please subscribe.